Today I have with me Grizzly64, team captain of In Too Deep for Bush League Season 3. How's it going, Grizzly64?
It's going all right. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. Can you briefly go over what your team is all about?
Going in too deep, like you guys actually suggested, we will be going in balls deep. That's the only way Blemsy knows how to play, so we just have to follow him, and
Will you,
whatever happens, happens.
will you be going in that part of your balls will be inside as well?
Well, I mean, we are quite large, so maybe we won't actually get to the balls. There might be some shaft showing, but you guys will get the point.
Well, you're not quite as large as Team Big Dick plays, but I understand where you're going with that. All right, so some of the teams have said that your team is the favorite to win Season 3. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm biased, so it's nice to hear, but I mean, last season we were just Blemsy and a bunch of golds, and we beat a team with what at the end of the season, True was already diamond, right? So diamond, plat, and a master. So I mean, ranks don't really matter. It's about the team.
Oh, okay. So you think your team synergy is what's going to pull you through this season?
Yeah, well, I mean, we still got Blemsy, still got me, and Loxley was in our beginning roster, so it's 3 out of 5.
Okay. Some of the teams that have pegged you to win Season 3 have also kind of accused you of trying to MMR max or MMR maxing for your team, trying to maximize your MMR within the rules. Do you have any comment on that?
Well, they changed the rules, so we're just following the rules. We figured everyone else would. I mean, I'm sure everyone else tried to get the best players they could.
Yeah.
Just because they didn't doesn't mean it looks bad on us. We executed what we tried, where other people were just scrambling and or too afraid to ask people, or sit on the sidelines waiting for someone else to do their job for them. Where we're just like, all right, we'll go get who we want. I mean, I love Bacon. Bacon's my bro, so I mean, even if he wasn't master, I'd like him on my team.
I agree with you about that. A lot of players just kind of sit back and just want to be an addition to a team without actually going through any type of setup or anything. So I agree with you on that.
Yeah, you see a pattern. The same people are making the teams that made it season 2.
Yeah.
So you just have to take the initiative instead of being a baby bag bitch.
I like how you put that. Very articulate. This next question goes to one of your teammates. Blemsy is actually saying in Discord that the primary reason your team picked up Rosai is because he benefits or that he fits your team's playstyle the best, and not because he's a plat 1 and maximizes your team MMR. Do you have any comment on that?
Yeah, because I mean, Rosai doesn't play much anymore, so I'm sure once he gets in the swing of things, he'll be just as good. But I think we could have found someone who was a little more dedicated to the game and was more gung ho about it. But I think he fits our style because I like to stay in the melee role. So whatever I don't play, he plays. So it's pretty good.
Okay. So you're saying it's not because he's a plat 1. It's just more because he plays certain roles that fits your team.
Yeah,
On
yeah,
record.
and we also asked Loxley how he was as a teammate because I mean the most important part is that we have fun. That's why
Yeah.
we had such a good time last season because all of us enjoyed being around each other and had fun playing together. So we did ask Lox like if he was a hothead or if he got like tilted easy, and he said he was cool the whole time. So it just made sense.
Yeah, I subbed on his team a few times, I think twice, and yeah, he's super chill, super cool. So I agree with you on that. Is there any team that you think will give you a challenge, or a team that you think may challenge you for the championship this year?
Honestly, I don't remember many of the rosters other than your poor team who has a man apart on it. So that just takes you out of the running right there. Um, he's still playing like HOTS 2006 where he tries to run down the lane the whole entire game. So, um,
Well, I'll give you a brief rundown of the other teams. So there's the Betty White Otakus, which has Cat Peach.
yeah, they're bad.
Um,
I don't even know about that.
so
Yellow's team, I don't care about them either. What's the other team with
there-
Goon or whatever?
that's Alpha Male Protocol with Goon, Hero Physio, who else? Fringe, and Zernax and Shin.
I don't know who Zernax is. Is he any good?
He was in Philomena I think.
Oh, so he's
Both
not.
of
But
them.
that team could be hard to play against because Hero is underrated because there's different types of players, and I wish I was a little bit more like Hero, where he can think the game as he's playing it. So like he's kind of like he's seeing it as a whole while also focusing on his own hero.
Yeah.
I've noticed that when I play with him, like he's really aware of what's going on. So that's tough to play against because I have a hard time doing it. I still kind of work on it. So I think they'd probably be the hardest to play against. Who else was on your team other than a man apart?
Me, Old Backpack, Scott, Gizmo Meter, a man apart, and then we have as a sub as Honey JB.
Yeah, it's just I don't see that working out.
Well, we'll find out when the season comes. I think we play each other first week actually.
Yeah, actually, I was just partied up with Yelly, and I was telling him that I think we might throw that game just so you guys get a little bit more confidence because right now it seems like the league is, especially Scott, really whiny. Like, I'm not even going to show up for that game. It's not even worth it. It's like, okay. Because his time is way more important than everyone else's. But so I was thinking of maybe throwing that game so everyone else is like, oh, they can be beat. Maybe we should try because it's better for the league if everyone thinks they have a chance and tries.
So yeah, so just to paraphrase what you said, only Alpha Male Protocol is the only team that has a chance of winning you. All the other teams are trash. Is that right?
Sure. Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right, that sounds pretty much like a direct quote right there.
Yeah.
So you talked a little bit already about teams that you want to beat. Are there any individuals? You kind of mentioned Scott, but anyone that you really want to beat, or teams that you really want to beat? Maybe carry over from second season rivalries, things like that.
Well, I love Scott, but I also love beating Scott. So it is always fun beating him. I do want to beat Ganja too because he just thinks his shit doesn't stink when it comes to the game. Like he won't play ranked with us. He thinks he's just too good, And
yeah,
he was all right. He was okay.
Yeah. But you just want to put him in his place a little bit, right?
Yeah, like I mean, come on. Like we're all buddies, we want to play together, and he's like he'll only play quick match with us, and it's just a little disrespectful. So I like to put him in his place.
Yeah, teach him a little bit of respect, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough. So as the third season you've been playing Bush League, the teams you've been on in the past have been known for causing a lot of drama and talking lots of shit. Are we going to see more of that this season?
Well, I'm sure that's just naturally how I am, so I'm sure you'll see some. I mean, it matters if people start yapping, People start yapping and everything's cool, and then I say something, all of a sudden I'm just like bad guy, like, oh, Grizz said something, like let's find some rules to suspend him, or we need to make new rules for season 3. It's like, all right, well, just because I end all the arguments doesn't mean I'm a bad guy, so I don't know.
So you're not
maybe they should step their game up. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, so you're not going to initiate any drama. You're just going to respond to it and let it take its course. Is that right?
Exactly. Yeah, I respond. I win. People get butthurt. That's pretty much how it goes.
I like to talk about your team's coach. You're the only team with a formal coach. Are there any secret or special strategies you've planned out with your coach that we could see in season 3?
Well, I think our strategy is to get Schizo to do as much work as he can, and then we're just going to ignore all of it and just throw it out the window. I just really want to troll Schizo, If he wants to speak on a microphone, I'll listen, but I mean, I'm not going to watch typing and shit, So we'll try to troll him. We'll see how hard he tries.
All right. So it sounds like your coach isn't that tight with you and the rest of the team, but all right.
Oh, no, we love Schizo. I mean, who better to troll than your own friends? It's better that way. Trolling random people, you don't get the satisfaction.
Yeah, that's right. You don't really know your friends until you get trolled by them, right?
Yep.
What is your team's biggest strength and biggest weakness?
I'd say probably strength, chemistry, weakness. I guess it's in the name. We will go too deep quite often.
Yeah.
And Probably other weaknesses is like we're like same with last season. We'll probably will never practice. So if other teams practice, there's easily a way to beat us.
All right, all right. Oh, one more thing is that True Mr. Fu was the team captain of Best Coast Night Owls last season. Now has the team season 3. Is there any type of tension there? Do you want to really beat his team or what?
No, I'm more I feel sorry for True Mr. Goo. So
True Mr. Goo, huh? Okay.
yeah, I feel sorry for him. I think he knew he wasn't going to beat us, so he just kind of was like, okay, I'll just. He wants to play, but he doesn't want to make a team good enough to where like they're expected to be a competitor. So he purposely picked all these like pretty trash players to be on his team. So
What players are
if
those?
so if they win, it's like, oh look, I won even despite my shitty teammates. And if they lose, it's like kind of like Zexorus. When they
Oh,
lose, it's
all
like,
right.
oh, I wasn't really trying, like, you know what I mean?
Right. So you spoke about the members of True Mr. Fu's team, True Neckbeards. Can you again just state who's on his team?
Honestly, I can't remember. I just remember hearing names, and I was like, none of them are good.
Well, I'll just reiterate those names. It's True Mr. Fu, San, Ghost Bear, Creasel, 472, and Orange Stool. Do you still stick with that comment you made?
I've never heard of the last two, and Ghost Bear is atrocious, and San is awesome. Like as a dude, I love San, but I'm not worried about him in HOTS.
Oh,
But you and I both got to meet San in person, and just a quality guy. I really enjoyed seeing him.
yeah, I sat next to him for most of the games on Saturday and Sunday. So,
I mean, we got to bring up how he was the only one that somehow brought like 100 beers for everyone. Like none of us could like get more than 2 or 3 out of people, and all of a sudden, I don't know how he did it. He had some two random people carrying beers. I was impressed.
two random beer mules
Yeah,
coming down.
yeah. I don't even know I don't know if he had to give him a reach around or I don't know what he did, but whatever he did, he came through.
No kidding. I second you on that. Last question I have for you, Grizzly64. How do you plan to celebrate if you win a 3rd season in a row of Bush League?
Probably with a retirement.
Oh,
Go right into the sunset. I mean, a three-peat sounds good. Like
Triple Crown.
yeah, three-peat just sounds good. But I don't know. I'm not really sure. Speaking of celebration, since I don't see much of a reason for us to go to BlizzCon, I have been trying to. I ran it past a few people just getting some sort of get together this year where we could hang out and do what we like to do, which is play HOTS. So maybe like get like a big place or rent out somewhere that has good internet where we could just have like like maybe 10 people or something. Maybe we could have a little celebration there after while we're all there.
That sounds pretty good. Are you gonna be paying? Is that what you're saying?
No, you guys are the ones with the college educations and the money. So
First of all, college education puts you in debt. It doesn't give you money. Only after about 10 years.
yeah, no, yeah. My wife was smart and went to college and all that. Yeah, it's a lot
Yeah.
of bills.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, Grizzly64, and I wish Team In Too Deep the best of luck in Season 3.
Thanks, man.